Hey, good morning, everybody. It's the continuation of morning's LALATE. $1,400 third stimulus checks are landing today by direct deposit for what's called Wave 3. This includes SSI, SSDI, Social Security Railroad benefits. It includes the Direct Express card. It includes the big banks and small banks. Also landing today, March 31st, are mailed checks. These are late mail checks from Wave 2 as we await Wave 3's mail checks as well. Across the board, I'll be answering all your questions in this live recording as we go over the first, the second, and the third waves currently landing today in either the direct deposit or the mailbox as well. As morning's LALATE continues. Good morning, everybody. How are you? It's a big morning of morning's LALATE. Hope your day is going well and hope you have renewed energy and feel positive. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Let's get a birthday subscription. It's birthday week on this channel. Also enjoy the live chat, which I'll be jumping into with you in just a second. Say hello. Hi, how are you? I have a screen of you to my side, and I'll be jumping into the interactive chat with you in just a second. If you've not liked this video, make sure you do 2,000-3,000 likes. And also consider becoming a member because guess what? There's a fourth stimulus package bill today, and you want to see all these bills and more. Let me go over these waves. You saw, if you tuned into morning's LALATE right before this, the new graphic on this channel, which delineates how these things are going on. Let me explain what happened. Treasury decided to send out stimulus checks in a wave, and each wave is a different week. How does a wave start? Every wave starts on a Friday. On a Friday, Treasury sends out checks for the week coming up, the next week. That's for the next wave. They send the money out on a Friday. Then the next day, on Saturday, the IRS tool updates itself to reflect the money that just went out that Friday, the night before. The money that goes out lands the next week either by mail or by direct deposit. The direct deposits land on Wednesday, and the mail lands Thursday and Friday. This is how the weeks progress. The money goes out on a Friday, and then on Saturday you have a result in the tool that says either you're getting a direct deposit the next Wednesday or a mail delivery that following that Friday. And that's how wave 1, 2, 3 have gone, and that's how wave 4 and 5 will go as well. Wave 1's direct deposit date was St. Patrick's Day, March 17th. Wave 2 was March 24th for direct deposit. Now let's pause right there. Wave 2 and Wave 1 and Wave 3 are all always on Wednesdays, direct deposits. Wave 2's mail checks, however, are a day or two later. Wave 2's mail checks were March 26. And yet hundreds of thousands of viewers of this channel have yet to receive the March 26 check. Let me give you the big update about that. If you have an irs.gov tool of mail check March 26, that means that 1, your check is in wave 2, and number 2, the check is late. The check would generally land around that date, earlier, on time, or slightly after. But some mail checks are still showing up from March 26. They are late. So watch the mail. Now, this is what's also important to understand, is that Wave 2's March 26 checks in the mail include people on the Direct Express card. Nearly 50% of viewers who have the Direct Express card instead have been informed that instead it's not going to the Direct Express card, it's going by mailed check March 26. If you are a viewer who has no results in the tool, two things may be happening. One, the tool didn't work and you're actually getting a mailed check. Or two, your check just hasn't gone out. So what you need to know is you may be a mail check March 26 recipient as well, and it may actually be hitting in the mailbox today. And then we go to wave 3, which is today, March 31st. Direct Express card has posted deposits today of March 31st for viewers of this channel who are on SSI, SSDI, and Social Security and railroad benefits. People on the NetSpend, MetaBank, Cash App, Chime, also from Green Emerald Card and TurboTax, got the payments a day to 2 days earlier. They got wave 3 on the 29th and the 30th. And then the question is, who is getting the deposits today? It could be any of you with the big banks or Direct Express. It could appear anytime throughout the day. So far posting have been Bank America, Chase, US Bank, and Direct Express card. If you've gotten a deposit, I'll be seeing in a second as I jump into the live chat with you. Finally, the mailed checks for wave 3 are later this week, and this could be thousands of you. That mail check is April 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. When could that land? It could land early, 1 to 2 days early, on time, or late. So what's important to understand is that you may be a mail check recipient from wave 2 of March 26, or a mail check recipient of wave 3 of April 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And that mail check may land before we even get to wave 4. Yes, this is huge. Wave 4 is a fix-it wave, as all prior waves are. But if IRS doesn't have anything to fix with you and already sent it out, your check may not come the week of wave 4. It may be coming in the week of wave 3 later this week. Here's the big takeaway that what I want to say to you before I continue is that I'm not worried about you missing a direct deposit in the direct deposit account one day later. It's still going to be there. That's easy. You log in. Oh, I didn't see that appear yesterday. No problem. It's still there. What I'm worried about is if you are a mail check recipient from wave 2 of March 26 and it shows up in the mailbox today and you don't look at it, or you're a mail check recipient of wave 3 for April 2nd, 3rd, or 4th, and you don't look at it, and you sit back and say, no, I'm only a direct deposit of April 7th. April 7th comes. You don't get direct deposit. You didn't look at the mail for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Then you're going to have big problems come April 7th when you realize you didn't check the mail for 5 days and the check is gone. You do not want to throw away a mail check or ignore a mail check or not be careful with a mail check, because if you do not grab this mail check from the mailbox and guard it, it will take 5 to 6 months to replace it. So please do not assume you are only a direct deposit recipient on one date. That's absolutely not what IRS said yesterday. There was a series of statements said by IRS yesterday, and unfortunately, what the takeaway was with some viewers was that they are only one place and one how. And that's not what Treasury said. In fact, in the last 24 hours, I've had a couple viewers reach out to me in private message who said, thank you, LALATE. I confirmed with Treasury, or also someone spoke on the phone with Treasury. They said, thank you. Treasury confirmed that every single wave has mail checks and direct deposit checks. Some people who have things set up for direct deposit get it in the mail, some don't. Some with Direct Express card get it by mail, and some don't. Do not assume you are a Direct Express consumer and it's only April 7th. that is absolutely categorically dangerous because it may come in the mail and come April 7th, you were not watching the mail for 3 or 4 days ahead of time. And April 7th, you don't show a deposit by direct deposit. It had already landed in the mail. And with that, hopefully this explains to you that every wave has a deposit and a mail. Every wave has a deposit on the Wednesday, but the smaller banks post it 1 day or 2 days ahead of time. And every wave has mail checks, and that sometimes those mail checks are late. Wave 4 will have mail checks as well, and Wave 5 will have mail checks as well. Finally, Wave 5, April 14th, is for veterans. But what I need you to know is that veterans of this channel have gotten mail checks and deposit checks in the previous waves. So as a veteran, you do not want to ignore the mail for 15 days because you think it's only coming by deposit on the 14th. It may be in the mail literally today. And with that, let me jump into the live chat right now. Did anyone see any deposit today from their bank? If you did, drop in the comments deposit and the name of your bank. If you got a direct deposit today, March 31st, or yesterday, drop in the comments right now what bank you have and what deposit, and if you got the deposit. So Angela says mail March 30th. That's very interesting. So Angela has a IRS tool of a mail March 30th. Did anyone get a deposit today? And if so, or yesterday, and if there is a result, if there is a bank information, tell me which one it is. Oops, the comments are flying too fast for me to grab them. Let me see if I can see them now. So someone said Bank America, which I already have. I already knew someone had a deposit today from US Bank, and I've had a couple viewers from Direct Express as well. So we have a lot of no's for direct deposits so far at the time of this live chat. So no, we have a lot of no direct deposits. There's a net spend. We know that net spend did pay early. Thank you for that comment. I can barely even see who's saying the comments because it's flying now. So we do know net spend paid Wave 3 early. Also, MetaBank paid Wave 3 early on March 29th and 30th. We know US Bank, Bank America, also Direct Express card has so far paid some viewers today, March 31st. But there is a lot of no's still. Okay, let me now ask about Wave 2 mail checks. If you are a March 26 mail and have not gotten it, drop in the comments March 26 mail, and let's get a sense of how many people still have not gotten that one. And I know it's going to be a lot for this question. Brian said March 26 mail, haven't gotten it. Someone asked, is that Direct Express from Comerica? It is. Has anyone gotten, so there's Valerie, March 26, hasn't gotten it yet. Brian hasn't gotten his March 26 mail yet. Paul Ryan hasn't gotten his March 26 mail yet. There's Kelly, hasn't gotten her March 26. Joey as well. Diamond. Jennifer. Wow, now it's flying. Now there's a lot of people. Michael. Okay, so you as a viewer can see the speed of the chat right now. Wow. That is a lot of March 26 mail people. There is Juanita, there's Richard, there's Tanya. So you see how many March 26 mail people there are. Remember, March 26 is Wave 2's mail check, And we have a lot of people with a March 26th mail check not yet received. There's someone that said they're a March 31st mail check. That's really interesting. Someone said, anyone with Comerica get their deposit? Yes, hundreds of thousands of viewers from Comerica have gotten their deposits. That's Comerica Direct Express. Yes, they have. But for today, not a lot. We have had some deposits today for Direct Express Comerica, but not an enormous amount. As you see, this is an enormous number of viewers who have March 26 mail checks that they have not yet received. Understand that check is now late. That Wave 2 March 26 check was supposed to be with you last week. It's not there yet from last week. So it is now in its first week of being late. Let's go to Wave 3 mail checks. Who has mail results after from March 30th onward? March 31st. Who has March 31st, April 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 5th mail results? So Laura has an April 2nd mail check result. Has anyone else have an April 2nd, 3rd, 4th mail result? Someone says they have an April 12 mail result. Did a few people say they have an April 12, or is that a mistype? So there's Laura. She has an April 2nd mail result. Beautiful has a March 31st, I guess, mail result. Did someone say they have an April 12? Or is that a mistype? M. Joanne her son has a March 31st mail result. So less, as you see as viewers now, less viewers have that Wave 3 mail check result than Wave 2. There was a lot that have that Wave 2 result. All right, so let me explain now as we go into tomorrow what you need to know today and tomorrow. Wave 2 mail checks of March 26 are late. They're still coming. The good news is that viewers are still getting them. So that March 26 mail check includes people on the Comerica Direct Express card, includes people on SSI and SSDI, includes people who are big bank customers. It's not coming in the deposit account, it's coming in the mail, and it's late. Next, we see less viewers again who had that March 31st, April 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th mail check result. That's Wave 3. Yours are still not due yet. Someone asked, when would I get it? The date, this is what's important to understand, is that the date of a mail check, when it says April 2nd mail, it does not mean you're getting it April 2nd. It means the date of the check they are sending you is April 2nd. So when would you likely get it? Usually you get it 1 to 2 days ahead of time. If you do, perfect. If it comes on April 2nd, it's on time. If it comes after April 2nd, it's presumed late at that point. So will those April 2nd to April 5th checks be late? They may very well be late because currently the March 26 checks are 5 days late and they're still coming. So if you have a mail check result, it may be 5 days late. Here's what you need to know as we go into Thursday and Friday this week. Thursday and Friday this week, Wave 2 mail checks may show up late, and Wave 3 checks may show up on time. That is very important for you to know because of this. Viewers are presuming that they are only direct deposit on April 7th. And Treasury has been emphatically clear, no, you may already be a mail check before April 7th. So what you need to do is not sit back and look at nothing until April 7th. You need to check the mail every day because you may be a March 26th mail recipient or an April 2nd, 3rd, 4th mail recipient. Just because you don't appear in the tool, it does not mean you are automatically getting into wave 4. You may actually be a male wave 2 or wave 3 male recipient, and it may actually be in the male. And then we go to wave 4. Wave 4 is important to understand that wave 4 will include both mail and direct deposit. Comerica Direct Express cards, over 50% of you will not get it on April 7th by direct deposit. It will instead go in the mail. Big bank consumers like Chase, Bank America, 50% of you at least will not get it in the deposit account. It will go in the mail. And that is the important message for me to deliver, because I do not want you to ignore the mail. Finally, wave 5 is veterans. And veterans will get their stimulus checks April 14th, but some have already gotten it under wave 1, 2, and 3. If you see a reoccurring message I am delivering, you certainly grab on where I'm going with this. Along the way, there has been something that's happened last week and again yesterday. And I don't know really why it happens, but here's what I need you to know. Ignoring a mailed check and assuming something's coming by direct deposit is something that could set you up for peril. You don't want to do that. If you ignore a mailed check and only presume it's coming by direct deposit and it doesn't appear by direct deposit, you will have an enormous undertaking to get this replaced. This is what's going to happen. Number one, you'll look for that direct deposit. It won't happen. And there'll never be another update for you because they'll stop doing direct deposits. They'll have been done. At one point, they're going to stop all direct deposits. They're going to stop all waves. They'll have been finished. And you'll say, you know what? They just didn't want to pay me. They did pay you. They paid you in the mail, and you didn't look at the mail. You don't want to ignore this check, because if the check comes in the mail, it will be very, very hard to replace. Number two, along the way, I think some viewers only want to believe it's coming by direct deposit. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself, because that's not what Treasury's saying. Don't do that yourself. I don't know if it's an aversion to people getting a paper check. They don't like the paper check. Maybe they don't want to go to a check cashing business, or they don't have a savings account, a checking account or savings account to cash it in. Maybe they're worried about it. Don't be worried about getting a mail check. Every bank today opens bank accounts relatively easy. Here's one thing you need to know. You can go to any of your local banks and open a banking account. And deposit that check to cash it. And then if you don't want the bank account after 2 weeks, you can close it. It doesn't cost you anything to keep that account open for 2 weeks. You can close it, take the cash out. So don't worry if you have been one of those people that's sort of adverse to paper checks. Don't worry, because paper checks are not bad vehicles. With that, let me jump into the live chat right now and see what some of the people are saying about these waves, wave 2, wave 3, and wave 4. Lisa, she said she got it by wave 2 on March 17th by Wells. But mail comes at 3 now, says Rosa. No March 26, says Tori. So Tori is a March 26 wave 2 mail recipient. Sharon is also a March 26 mail recipient. What is a debit card? Diamond. Oh, Diamond has a great question. Thank you, Diamond, for that great question. You know, sometimes I forget to say certain things. I really appreciate Diamond asking me that question. That is a great question. Diamond asks, what is a debit card? Okay, let me explain what a debit card is. First, let me explain what it looks like. It comes in, this was an envelope for a debit card, and it's very thin, and then you open it up. You feel almost no thickness to it. That's what's very scary. You feel like a little bit of thickness over here. It's not a very, very thick debit card. So you open it up, and then suddenly there's a little bit of plastic in there, and you say, oh, there's a debit card. How do you cash the debit card? You can go to any bank to cash a debit card, even if you don't bank at that bank. All you have to have is identification, and they will cash it for you. 9 out of 10 times, they will not charge you a fee to cash to take the funds out of it. But the best thing to do is just ask the teller when you present the card. Hi, I have a debit card from IRS. I want to take the money off the card. They'll ask you how much money is on the card, and then you can ask them, is there a fee for it? If there is a fee, ask for the supervisor. Say, can you waive the fee? 99% of the time, they do not charge a fee. For example, people who are on unemployment benefits, a lot of them get debit cards. And so they present that debit card to the cashier, to the teller, and say, hi, I want to take the money off of there. And they ask you how much money is on there and how much you want to take off. And then they fill out the paperwork, you sign it, and they take it out. No fee, no worry. And then they literally give you the cash. Very, very easy breezy. That's a great question. Thank you for that awesome question. And the toast is toast and the butter is butter. LALATE, when will the mortgage assistance happen? All that deliciousness of third stimulus is about 2 to 3 weeks away. And I appreciate that question. Who was that? Was that Laura? I can't remember. Oh, that was Michael Cobb. Yeah, all the deliciousness of third stimulus, rent, utilities, food, internet, mortgage, college student, all that deliciousness is just a few days away. And what I want you to know is that I am staying with you to ensure that you get this money across the board. Let me see some more of your comments right now. LA, does the tool only work if you're getting a check, says Jenny. That's a really, really great question. So Jenny's asking, does the tool only work if you're getting a check? There is a 50-50 to that. The answer is 50% of the time, yes, 50% of the time, no. Let's look at what Treasury does. When Treasury sends out a wave of payments on Fridays, it updates the tool on Saturday to now add those results. So if this Friday Treasury sends out, when Treasury sends out wave 4, and when it includes new people for wave 4, they're going to go into the tool and put those people into the tool for wave 4. So is the tool always reliable? No. How often is it unreliable? Really hard to tell. I would say at least 50% of the time it's probably not reliable. So you may be a recipient of a stimulus check under wave 1, 2, or 3 and may not know it. But on the other hand, you may also just not have gotten a stimulus check. And so the big day to check the tool is Saturdays, because when they send out the new waves every Friday, they update the tools on Saturday. Elizabeth Russell asks, Comerica Bank what day? This is what you need to know. Where's my camera? Every bank, every card has paid out stimulus checks every single wave, with expected direct express, which didn't pay at the first wave. So there is no bank that is one exact day. Elizabeth asks, what day is Comerica paying us? Guess what? Comerica Direct Express card paid March 24th. Comerica Direct Express card paid today, March 31st. Comerica Direct Express card will likely also pay April 7th, and will also likely pay April 14th. Comerica Direct Express card pays every time there's a wave, with the exception of the first one. What about other banks? Bank America. What day does Bank America pay? Bank America paid March 17th, paid March 24th, paid today, March 31st, and will also pay next week on April 7th. That's why I have these wave charts up for you. There is not one day for one card. And what's important to understand is the day that payments are made. It's sort of like a boss that makes payments every week. There is a payment every single week. And the only difference was Comerica Direct Express did not do anything the first week. But everyone else paid the first week. There's a payment on the first week, there's a payment on the second week, there's a payment on the third week. There'll be payments on the fourth week, and there'll be payments on the fifth week. So there's not one day for everyone for one bank. Richard, Hapo Bank paid some people, but not me. Thank you, Richard, for your comments. So this is very common. I have a countless viewers with Chase who did not get a check on the wave one, two, and some did not get it today as well, three. I have a lot of viewers from Bank of America who got it on the first, then I had someone who got on the second, and then someone got on the third, and someone still not gotten it. So it just depends. It's taking time for each wave to roll out. The boss needs to be fired. Curtis. I love that, Curtis. Thank you. What about Premier Bank? Haven't heard anything, but this is what's important to know is that every single bank since wave two has made a deposit. So there is no bank linked to a particular wave. Here's another way of saying it. It's not to say that, oh, George's bank only pays on wave five and Cindy's bank only pays on wave four. No, every bank has paid every wave since wave two. Why do I see no results on IRS for BBVA, says Kathy. So that's like Jenny's question. Great question again, but let me answer it again. It's because of two possibilities. Either the tool is not working and you are actually a recipient of a mail check that has already gone out, or they have yet to send out your stimulus and they update it every Saturday after they do a new wave every Friday. Navy Federal Credit Union, Sean, same thing. Navy Federal Credit Union paid first wave, second wave. How do you know Bank of America paid today, Mitch? Because I had a viewer DM me. Whenever I'm referring to who has paid, I either have a viewer DM me or a viewer is in the live chat. So this morning I woke up, I had DMs from viewers from Bank America. Yesterday in the live chat, I had a viewer say, I have US Bank pending for tomorrow, March 31st. Over the weekend, I had a viewer send me a screen grab of their direct deposit from Direct Express, Comerica, for today. I also had another send me a screen grab of their credit union, very, very small credit union, pending for today, March 31st. So that's how I see it. There is a certain issue about showing people screen grabs in a live broadcast. So I don't want to just keep on showing people screen grabs of their deposit accounts on a screen on a broadcast. But understand that is why it's so helpful when people get deposits, get alerts, get things in the mail, because ultimately that's how I help one another and you help one as well. So if you do get a direct deposit in your account today, send me a private message on social media. And also if you get a new alert on the IRS tool that you didn't see before, send me a private message about that as well. Great question. Let me jump back into the live chat. So Lynn Glenn asks a really great question. Lynn Glenn, who's a longtime viewer, says, how do I know which week I am? It's very difficult. It's very, very difficult. If you are not in that IRS tool, then you need to just presume to be very cautious. You might be a week 2 or week 3 mail check recipient. Watch the mail. And then every Wednesday, watch the direct deposit account. You need to watch the mail because you may be a wave 2 mail recipient of March 26th and it's late, or a wave 3 mail check recipient and that may be coming on time. Way past 10 days, as Biden said, says Denise. Absolutely, I agree. So Nikki says, nothing pending on Direct Express card Comerica. So that's a great question. Let me go over that as well. What's important to understand is that when you're looking at the waves, you will see the pending status before the date or show nothing at all and it'll just post. Today is wave 3. So for wave 3, I had viewers show pending status since last Saturday. Let me explain. When is the date at which you would look to see a pending status or not? The payments are sent out on Fridays, and so the funds are clear between Friday and Saturday. Now, the effective date of the money is the following Wednesday. So the banks were not going to release the money to the following Wednesday, generally, unless you're smaller banks like the Cash App or Chime. But banks start to show the pending status the next morning, Saturday, because the monies are sent out on Friday. So if you are a Wave 4 recipient of direct deposit, you may, not always, may see the deposits appear pending this Saturday for Wave 4. Now, for all the waves, the money just sometimes appears without a pending status. But what I want you to know is if you were to see anything pending for Wave 4, it would start this Saturday because the money's sent out on Friday. As to today's wave, you would not see it pending anymore. It would have already posted today, sometime during the day. And you still have a full day for it to post today as well. Oh boy, we're running along. That was 35 minutes. I wasn't even looking at the clock. And with that, thank you for joining me on Mornings LA. Boy, that was a long recording. I did not know it was, that it was running that long. I will be back with you at noontime LA. I don't know what happened to that live feed from the White House. I was trying to, next up, I guess it never came next up. But hopefully this video was helpful for you. We'll have more updates at noontime as more viewers really get the direct deposits. Remember, if you've been with me on Wave 1 and Wave 2, the big deposits usually occur in the middle of the day. And so if you do get deposits between broadcasts, send me a DM on social media, on Twitter, Facebook, usually Twitter or Instagram are the best. And it really helps other viewers. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. It's birthday week, so give a birthday subscription on this channel. It's free to subscribe. I don't want you to miss a single minute across the board. I hope this video has been helpful for you. If it has, give it a big like. Let's see if we can do 2,000 to 3,000 likes. And with that, stay informed, stay focused, keep on smiling, and stay with LA for more. See you back in about 15 minutes, about 20 minutes from now, as noontime LA kicks off.